Oh shit, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, hope you're having a wicked day. In this video, we're going to be checking out some more Powerchair football. It was the Premiership weekend last weekend, so we thought I'd check out West Brom versus Aspire in this match. So I thought we'd check it out, and yeah man, so if you're liking this type of videos, make sure you like, subscribe and all that good stuff, because there's more videos like this coming your way. But it's enough talking anyway, let's get straight into the video and let's check out some of the best players in the country. Let's check out, man. Alright, so we're going to start off here with the Chris Gordon goal kick. Now I've actually seen this match and some mad things happen, so straight away we're going to get straight into it. And the keeper there, Gilbert, makes a save. Now I'm going to take that back because let's just play it and then I'll explain what I mean, right? So Brad has a shot here, Matthew Gilbert makes a save, right? But the referee blows and actually gives Gilbert here a red card. Now if you're unaware, in Powerchair football, if you're on the goal line and you come off the goal line to stop a goal, so you basically come off the pitch to save a goal, that's a red card offence because you're obviously stopping a goal, right? Now the referee thinks Gilbert has come off the line, but if I actually play it back, yeah, let's just slow it down here. If you watch here, so the goal line is this black line here. Now if you look, right, his back wheel, look, if that's the goal line, yeah, if the goal line's going through that way, his back wheel is on the goal line. So the referee's given Gilbert here a red card, and I think it's completely wrong because his back wheel is actually on the goal line. You can see that, right? I mean, that's undeniable. But the referee thinks that is a red card offence because he thinks he's come off the line, but he hasn't. Now I watched this game live and I couldn't believe that this was a penalty. And sorry, it's a red card and a penalty, I forgot to say. So Gilbert here gets red carded, which is really unfortunate for him because he didn't do anything, and this is just 2 minutes in the match. So it's red card for Gilbert, and Gilbert has to leave. He's got to leave the pitch. He's not even allowed on the sidelines. He's got to literally leave the pitch, which is mad, and you can't watch. So basically it gives the England captain a chance to score a penalty. You can see here Chris having words with the ref. I think it's Paul Pearson is the ref. And yeah, I just think he got it wrong there. Now Chris is playing games here, sort of not behind the goal line. As we've seen before, when you're in goal against a pen, you got to be behind the line. And let's see what can Chris do here. Yeah, and he's got to retake it because Chris basically was off the goal line. Chris can move, but he's got to stay behind the goal line until the ball's hit. So again, gives John another chance. And he just slaps it in, and that's 1-0 Aspire, man. It's a great start for them. Red card there in Dreamland. It's 3 versus 4 now. You got to think Aspire are going to take advantage. Here's a replay. I like how now the WBA are starting to add replays, which is good. So it means I don't have to keep going back. I can just show replays like that, and that's a good penalty. So I'm going to skip ahead to more impressive things so you can see what else happens. Alright, here we go. So I've skipped ahead 9 minutes in through the match so you can see what's going on here. Just going to press play. Aspire have been basically dominating the match up until now, obviously being 4 players. But here, John hits a pass, and Brad has a shot. Chris is there to make a save, but Chris is on his own. John with a full spin, the ball gets behind, Brad with a great shot, and obviously Chris can't really save it, it's behind his chair. Again, replay, so I don't need to do it, but you can see here, everybody backs off John, and if you back off John for half a second, that's what he's going to do to you. Now it's an excellent game. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to live commentary this for the next 10 minutes until half time. So yeah, let's start getting into live commentary. It's 1-2 with Dylan Kessel on the wing. John goes for fake but doesn't quite get it, but Dan there gets it back to John, but the ball did go out of play. So you're going to see up until this time that Aspire have been dominating. Obviously they're 2-0 up. It looks dire for West Brom. It's a good touch by Marcus, gets it into Dylan, but Dan's there. It's good 1-2. Good cut out by Dylan Kessel. Chris gives it to him. Dylan takes a touch. He tries to get it across, but Brad's there. He hits it and it's unlucky there. Like literally, it's sort of difficult here for West Brom. What do? They got 3 players. Do they try and do damage limitation? Make sure they don't lose by too much? Or do they go for it? In my opinion, you gotta go for it, right? I mean, surely you win this game from here, right? Surely. But let's see. Obviously, I already know the answer to this, but if you've not seen this match, you're gonna see some madness. But Marcus, they're trying to take John on. And Brad there has a shot, and the ref's giving a 2-on-1, I believe. Yes, he has. Right, so Chris with the goal kick. He gives it to Dylan. Dylan with a great touch there. John tries to cut it out. It's good battling here. Obviously, John comes out. He's trying to do Chris there. Not quite. It comes out to Brad. Brad takes a touch, but the ref has given 2-on-1 again. So you can see here, Chris has to be very disciplined here. He cannot get overzealous and come out too much. As obviously the goal is just open like that. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. The screen just froze, so I have no idea what happened. Obviously Brad didn't score. So again, Chris is here with the goal kick. Got Marcus in the middle. See what Chris can do. Chris gets it to Dylan. Dylan front bumps it. Marcus with a good touch takes it down the line. Trying to flick out, but John wins it. Barges him off the ball. And now look at Chris here. He's backing off. That's great play. And Dylan Kessel's in goal. They're already waiting for it. They're backing off, letting Dan play. And that's where I want to talk. My first point is everybody's backing off John. And a lot of teams are going to tell you don't back off John. But if you back off John, it's easier for you to sort of read what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? If you charge towards him, that's what Aspire want. They want you to go and charge and get the ball, because they're going to pass around the press. So if you back off John, I think this is the best way to do it with Aspire, is you try back off. It's risky, of course it is, but I think instead of chasing the ball, sitting back and trying to counter it, for me it's the way. Now Aspire with the goal kick, and I must say Aspire playing quite safe. I would want them to play with Tom Kelly, the keeper, a little bit more. But that's a good flick out to Brad. Brad has a hit, and you can see there Chris backs off and reads where it's going to go. So we've got another replay here. It's a good hit across, and there should have been a free kick because Dan actually hits Chris there. But again, it's a good read by Marcus. Dylan with the front bumper to Chris. Chris takes a touch and is unlucky there. So you can see West Brom getting a bit trapped, because obviously only having 3 players, there's no ball, there's no outlet, there's no winger up forward that they can receive the ball. So Chris is playing as kind of like a middle, but sort of like a defensive midfield, like an anchor man. Defensive abilities, you can see Chris is defensively great there. And Marcus and Brad having a go at each other, and hits the back of Marcus, and straight away look, West Brom are set up, they're ready to go. And the fluidity West Brom have with 3 players is actually incredible. You know, they're actually giving Aspire a match here. Brad just waits for the ball. It's an easy defensive cut. And Dan here gets a good ball back to John. John gets it across. Brad has a shot and Chris has read it. It's already there. Dylan is setting up outside the box to stop John. And Dan's clever there, hits it off Dylan Kessel's chair. And look how deep John is there. Tries to go return and Kessel cuts it out. It's great play. Now that's going to sound controversial, but sometimes when you're playing against 3 players, it can be even more harder. Because there's less communication. 3 guys instead of 4. So like Dylan knows his responsibility is to chase the ball at all times. He knows Chris and Marcus are in the box. So sometimes when you have 4 players, you have to communicate clearly who's doing what. When it's only 3, you don't really need to speak to each other, you just know what to do. And over here, Brad's going to take the free kick. Right now, you can see Aspire are pretty much dominating. 3, 4, 5. So Marcus is fine. Got to be 5 meters away. Interesting position by John there. Oh, but Dan with the front bumper just to score. Marcus gets it. And it's good hit by Chris. Dylan chases up. Tom Kelly just sort of waits. And actually, that's a 3 in the box. If we go back there, Dylan dribbles. And what if you watch John here and watch Dan here, they both retreat into the box with Tom Kelly. Tom Kelly's in the box. As soon as 3 players go in the box, that's a 3 in the box foul. You can see here, John, Dan, and Tom Kelly, you can see they're in the box. So in Powerchair football, you can't have more than 2 players in your defensive box. So that's a 3 in the box, which means it's a free kick outside of the box. And that is sloppy from Aspire. You don't expect a team of their experience to be giving away a 3 in the box. Literally, like, that should not be happening at all. Come on, these are England international players. You should never be given a 3 in the box away, ever. That's unacceptable, really. I'm being harsh, but these guys are the best in the country, especially with John being the England captain. And a 3 in the box should never happen at all. But let's see, can West Brom capitalize on a fatal error? Let's see. And in these situations, this is indirect, so Chris can't directly shoot. It has to come off a second chair. So you can, even if you hit it off one of the Aspire defenders, it will count. So direct free kick. You can see Dylan there. Dylan Kessel. What he's doing here is going to get between the defender and the keeper. Chris is going to try hit it off Dylan's chair, and that's how they're going to try and score. You can see from the setup, that's what they're doing. So let's see, can West Brom capitalize? Let's see. Marcus there, you can see he's the deepest player. So from Aspire should know what's going to happen here, because there's only one target here. It's not going to go to Marcus, is it? So John does a couple fakes, hits it, and from this angle, if I take that back, from this angle, it doesn't look like it hits Dylan, but the ref's right behind it, and apparently this just nicks the back of Dylan's chair. And there, it's a goal. I would not have expected that to go in, but that's a goal. And I just want to, if you look what Chris does with this chair here, you can see from the World Cup, he's been watching Brian Weiss, because Brian Weiss hits the ball like this. If you watched my video on the World Cup final, we saw when I went to penalties, Brian Weiss, the French captain, was hitting dead balls like that, or penalties rather. You'll see here, he goes around 1, 2, and third time smacks it. Hits Dylan's chin. That's a great goal, mate. Literally, one chance, one goal. Very clinical. A couple minutes to go. It's 2-1. Game on, baby. Game on. I watched this live and I did not think West Brom were going to get a goal. Chris gets it. He gives it into Marcus. Oof, that was dangerous there. John with a great shot. Marcus there, good control. He tries to bait John in. He's slowing the game down. Yeah, gets John's front bumper. That's the weakest part of the chair. And he starts driving, but he just loses control. It's good play there. And you can see since the red card, West Brom have not backed down. They are going for this, right? They have not sat back, played defensive. They've stuck to their plan. Kept playing the 4 out, which is 3 out now. Chris has to be very, he's got to be very defensive. He's got to be very careful is what I'm trying to say. Chris comes out too far forward. Aspire will smack him. And look how defensive Chris is here. Being the deepest player, but also pressing as well. And you got Dylan here in space. Straight into Marcus. Marcus tries to dribble it. He gets beyond. He gets it into the corner. Can Marcus get a flick out here? You can see Marcus trying to bait him in. He gets round. It's good play here. Marcus still battling, trying to get round Kelly. Yes, he does. Marcus is baiting him in. He's driving slow. He flicks the ball. That's a goal. No way. I can't believe he snuck that in. How crafty Marcus is there. If you watch the replay, he slows the ball down. He sort of gets the gap in. How did he get that through the gap? There must have been an exact ball length gap. And Marcus finds his way through. I'm actually going to take that back because this. Let's check that back a bit more. Let's see, he dribbles it. And there seems to be the smallest of gaps. And he baits John in. As soon as John moves forward, Marcus flicks it. And that is unbelievable goal. And it's not like he's just faked anyone out. He's just faked John out. Possibly the best player in the country, and he gets faked out with a little flick, and Marcus there being so clever. I can't believe it. West Brom have pulled it back 2-2. I never saw this happening. When I saw the red card, I thought this game has been ruined. But credit to West Brom, man. Somehow getting a fight back. Obviously there's still a half to go, and John hits it to Brad. Brad has a shot. And Brad, I think, just keeps shooting the ball too often. He needs to play the ball back across. And that's clinical from West Brom. They've literally made a goal out of 2 goals out of nothing, pretty much. A freakish 3 in the box. And Aspire must be gutted right now. They've let a 2-goal slip. 2-goal lead slip, sorry. And an extra man. And look at this control by Marcus. Marcus and John going at it, dribbling. And now John and Chris battling out. And just to let you know, the rest of this match becomes a dribble fest between Marcus and John. Obviously the first half was the main bit, that's why we're reacting to this. Obviously when it gets to half time, we're going to stop the video there. But you can see again, Marcus is trying it. He's trying to force it. And wasting time, and the ref blows for half time. Not quite though, now he blows for half time. The visuals came up a bit early there. And what a half that is, man. So literally I'm going to end it there just to let you know what happens in the match. The game ends like this, 2-2. In the second half it becomes a dribble fest. Marcus and John just dribbling at each other. Marcus does a great job of slowing the game down, and he does well winding up the Aspire players, and he does a great job. And Aspire are gonna shoot themselves in the foot here. They stop passing the ball, they stop moving the ball wide. West Brom did a great job of just disturbing their peace, and having a red card in the 2nd minute and a penalty is a very difficult position to get out of, but West Brom do it. And it shows you how sometimes 3 players can be better than 4. It's a lot easier to play sometimes. But yeah, man, that's going to be it. And unfortunately, West Brom do a lot of work here to get a draw. And then their next game against Newcastle, they actually lost. So all the hard work they did here is kind of dismantled. So Aspire get away with it. They're 3 points ahead now. And it looks like Aspire probably clinched the title because they don't lose many games. I don't think they've lost one in the last season or two, so it's going to be tough. But that's going to be it anyway. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe and all that good stuff. But that's going to be anyway. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in a bit. And peace.